Hey, everybody, welcome. Whoa, there's Mickey down there. You know Mickey can drive.
Well, he's in the back seat.
We didn't used to have cars go around there. Anyway, hey, everybody, welcome to Disney, not Trivia Live, welcome to our live welcome talk from Epcot. My name is Doobie at LPHQ. We are doing live at Epcot. Tony, where are we at Epcot?
We're here to check out the Soul of Jazz, the American Adventure, but I'm a little bit, I'm tracking behind Mickey and his big cheese inauguration in the American Adventure.
Okay.
He's walking away over that way.
What is a big cheese inauguration?
It's when they inaugurate him as Big Cheese. It's really just a character cavalcade. I just like the open top and him waving to the American Adventure. Seems presidential, but he's the Big Cheese. He's already been the president here for a while.
Cool. Okay, I understand now. So we are American Adventure, where I believe this is modeled after the musical Hamilton, correct?
The who?
Hamilton? The musical?
No, this is the Soul of Jazz, an American Adventure. And this is Dorothea Williams from the Disney Pixar animated film Soul.
So is there something about that inside the American Adventure?
Well, why, yes, there is, Doobie. Should we take a look inside the American Adventure?
Let's make our way over while we do. I'll remind everyone, we're live right now from the cut. So we have a couple things we definitely want to check out. But other than that, we're here for you. Oh, great character. We're here for you. So use those comments. Let us know what you'd like to see, what you'd like us to do, and we will do our best to accommodate.
America, spread your golden wings.
It is Black History Month. They've added this to American Adventure. They're doing Celebrate Soulfully at Disney Springs. We toured that this morning if you want to check out that live stream. And we're going to check this out. Good morning, sir. Afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. So, interestingly,
yes,
I thought originally that this exhibit was going to be in the exhibit space to the right.
I think we all did.
Here in the American Heritage Gallery. But in fact, it is not. It is actually here in the rotunda on the other side.
Yes, it is. So let's go check it out over there, which they've never really had an exhibit over here, right?
No, it was just art before. At least in my time here, there's never been an exhibit outside of that gallery.
They've lit it nicely.
Yes. Although I have a hunch that might be temporary.
Now that's the media lighting.
Yes. Because if you look.
Oh, yeah, that's that WDI complaint.
That's the get your pictures lighting.
So we are, this is based on Soul, of course, the Pixar movie that came out late last year.
Yes. I actually had the chance to speak with the curator of this exhibit, Deb Van Horn, which our interview should be up on YouTube shortly. It's a very, very brief, very quick interview, but she was able to tell me that this exhibit basically is how the jazz is from the different cities of the country or territories in some cases.
Yes, San Juan, of course.
Yeah, LA, Chicago, New York, New Orleans, and San Juan.
Are you a big jazz fan?
I love jazz. I don't know like musicians per se. Like I know Louis Armstrong. I know like the big names, like the 101 version. But I know people who are like, oh, don't you know blankety blank? Sure.
Interesting that map did not include Utah because they have a basketball team there, the Utah Jazz.
Were they always in Utah though, Doobie?
I believe they moved from New Orleans.
Which would make, in my opinion, more sense.
They kept the name. So these are a series of posters that are kind of teaching about jazz. Is that pretty much what it is here?
Yes, but there's also props, not props, but like tangible items. I will show off in a second here.
Okay. I have a feeling San Juan style jazz will be my preference. That sounds really cool. A nice combo.
Do you like a Spanish influence in your music?
I do. I don't like Spanish domination, but I do like Spanish influence.
So as I'm looking at these, I'm realizing my jazz influence is more modern.
Beyonce.
Because I know Jean Baptiste, I know Nora Jones, I know Lady Gaga. Nora Jones always makes me. It's like a subconscious thing. Whenever I hear Nora Jones, my body just wants Starbucks. Because usually, like, hear her music in Starbucks. The same thing happens to me if anybody brings up the 1997 version of Godzilla. I immediately want Taco Bell. So good job, marketing teams. You've done your job.
In Demolition Man, all restaurants are Taco Bell now.
So over here we have some instruments.
What's that?
This is Gene Krupa's drumsticks.
Like the actual one? That's pretty cool.
Yes. We'll get to actual stuff in a second here. Sheet music from Louis Bellson. A cornet from Bix. I'm gonna butcher this name. Beaterbeck.
Next, Peck. Mike Mack, by the way, is questioning whether or not we just want Taco Bell, and it has nothing to do with what we're watching. He might be right.
That could be. Some sheet music from Maxwell Davis. Charlie Parker saxophone.
Charlie Parker, the bird.
And here's the big one, in my opinion, big for any Disney fan. We have a Louis Armstrong photo, but this is his trumpet that he actually used to record the album Disney Songs the Satchmo Way.
Wow, that may be the most valuable thing in Epcot right now. That's awesome.
And that album, I remember we looked into it because we were talking about it before, is available on Spotify and Apple Music and probably other streaming services.
But you can't hug those. We'll get the vinyl.
And then there's also a Play Disney Parks app game. So that's fun. So let's head out of the American Adventure.
I'm back.
To go to that.
I lost my connection for a moment.
Say that again?
I lost my connection for a moment. I'm back.
Okay, welcome back.
Benji's asking, did they remove all the Imagineering paintings?
On that side, yes. I'll go back in and confuse the people that said goodbye to me. Yeah. The 5 that are over there, I remember distinctly. Oh no, it's right there. Never mind. I was like, I remember the spaceship one, but it's still there. But yeah, all the Imagineering paintings on this side are still there, but the ones over on that side are not. So I don't think they removed them, but I'm sure that they still exist somewhere.
Wonderful. So the Voices of Liberty are they still performing in here?
It is my understanding that they are at the American Gardens Theater now. They're not going to be in the Rotunda, at least during the festival.
It was cool when you walked in here. The acoustics just totally changed. It's like this is a perfect room.
Well, I believe I'm not going to. Right here in the center. Tell me how good it sounds. America. Spread your golden wings. Sail on freedom's wing.
Mike
Across the
Mack, do me a
sky.
big favor. Mark where we are in this stream. Send it to me and demand that I get a clip of that.
That's 2 for me today. What's up?
It is. You're on a roll.
What was the other one?
Actually, don't send it to Tony. Send it to me. I don't trust Tony. I can't remember the other one. That's why I say I'm at the time.
It was the simplicity of something. I don't remember what it was.
What's that copyright? What is that cavalcade?
It's the copywritten Disney Princess Cavalcade.
Someone wrote in the comments copyright strike, and I can't read it all the same. We just had a cavalcade literally 10 minutes.
Yes. I know that they were. This is a behind the curtain conversation. I know that when I was doing my interviews, they were talking about having to move them around because they would go right by where everybody was doing interviews. So I wonder if that was why you're so close together now.
That could be. And so today is. Just gonna say today's a media day at the park. That is part of the reason we are here today. As you know, we're here all the time. That's why we're here today.
Now, I instinctively went right out of the American Adventure, but do we have a preference on which way to go?
Left.
Ooh. Also, I feel like people who are leaving the American Adventure are judging my singing from the lobby area.
Along with the thousands watching right now. So,
yes,
Tony,
all the thousands.
Eventually, over the next 50 years or so. So we were here to check that out, and also going on at Epcot is what, Tony?
The Festival of the Arts, of course. I'm sorry, the Taste of Epcot International Festival of the Arts.
So let's make sure we check that out as we walk.
Yep. This is the James Coleman studio. Oh, I like that piece. So you're going to get real annoyed with me on this walk, I think. Because I'm going to go, oh, what's that? And come look at it.
I like these. Really cool. The doggy is really nice. These are cute. Is that crushed? Or quit?
I think it's legally distinct crush. Or squirt, rather. I like these. Rob Kaz.
Can we get a picture of Bob Kaz up there so we can see the artist? Can I just send these up there? Nice work. I look forward to the day where I come to the Festival of the Arts and I see Tony Betty's stand here.
If only. What is this? I will not bring frogs to school.
Do you have any questions out here?
I don't. Do we have any questions, guys? Andy's here to answer my questions. It's Ernie.
Hi, Andy. Thank you. Is Rob actually here?
No. Who was there that was here? James Coleman is. I don't. And here's some of his stuff here.
It doesn't have to be serious, but as long as it's the same style, it's kind of similar style.
Good stuff.
These are more scenic. I like the cartooniness of the other one. Thank you.
Let's continue. So it's Taste of. So I'm really anxious on the special food thing that's going on. I know you're the artist.
Say that again? You're anxious for the food segment?
You're the artist, but this is the taste of the Festival of the Arts. So I want to make sure we check out some of the food too.
Okay. Well, here is a very rare and unique artists, like chefs or artisans of their own right. And they made this new thing that I found for the first time ever here. A funo kaki? Keiki? Is that right? Am I saying that right?
Do you know, are those twisted by hand?
I don't know about twisted by hand, but I know they're poured by hand.
Do you graduate from Wetzel's pretzels to funnel cake?
Possibly. I know Wetzel's are hand twisted.
I know. I love. They spread them apart and then whoosh, they're all twisted together. It's like magic.
Do we think all the artisans, the pretzel artists of Wetzel's, have carpal tunnel syndrome like animators and stuff do?
I'm sure they do.
All the
I've seen Wetzel's workers' comp premium. It's not. I feel like our stream today has a slightly lighter tone than our one this morning, Tony.
Slightly what?
Lighter tone.
Is that okay?
It's fine.
So I know we've talked about it before, but the second barge for Harmonious is out there now.
Huge.
Yes.
Almost as big as the Guardians building.
There's no the Guardians building. I have a fun story about that. My friend came in, and this was back when it was still in framework. It was completely vertical. It just wasn't like sealed up yet. And she goes, "Oh, it's not that big." And then we come to exactly where we are now. And she goes, "Oh my God, what's that big building over there?" And we're like, "The same one that you said wasn't that big 20 minutes ago."
Pretty huge. Epcot's huge. It all works. Harmonious is huge.
Harmonious is going to be huge. I don't know if we will today on this stream, but there's a place where you could go poke and see the middle barge, as others on our team call it, the Stargate. And that thing is like 70 feet tall. It's gargantuan.
Wow. Of course, that's the other way, isn't it? So I sent you the wrong way.
Yes, but we could still do a full loop.
So we are now in front of Japan.
Yes, this is Goshiki, which is actually something really cool. I might try it out later. They do a Zen stone garden that you could like do the sculpting with.
And eat it?
Yeah, it's red bean mousse with chocolate rocks, and I'm going to say that word wrong. A rare rice cracker pebbles.
If you do that, we need a video of you designing stuff before you eat it and then eating
Okay.
it. That is cool. The cool thing about the dining at the Festival of the Arts is they make it artsy, right, Tony? It's not just yummy food, but it's artsy food.
Correct. It's artsy food, or like I said, culinary artists who are trying something new. So it could be artsy, like you said, with the bonsai garden kind of food, or something like nobody's thought to mix like flavors before. I don't have an example of that yet because I would see that on the menu and go, "Oh, let me hear reviews."
Like maybe potato salad and ketchup.
On a burrito, yes.
Not on a burrito.
It is the burrito.
The burrito.
Wrapped in a tortilla.
Sorry, as the filling of a burrito.
Very disturbing what I live with.
I say this with all the love and adoration in my heart. That was your choice.
Best one she ever made. On our left is Morocco, which is now run by Disney, right?
Yes. There's substantially less rock in here. I remember when there was a lot more rock in here.
Wow, that was not bad, Tony. Not bad.
Thank you.
I feel like you used that line before that.
I think I have.
What's open here? Spice Road Table, Tangerine Cafe?
Tangerine Cafe is not open. Normally this area is kind of like open air, but still like interior here, but it's all sealed up. You can kind of tell here. Spice Road Table is open. It appears to be. Should we go in the back and look at Marrakesh?
Yeah, let's check it out. Amy said, such a beautiful day up there. Just not for a potato salad burrito. You are wrong, Amy. Can I see you? Indulge.
You can't eat a potato salad burrito in this heat. Like, that's heavy.
You know, the best part is like leaving it out for a couple of hours first.
Gross.
Ooh, Genie. Walking through the pavilion is what Epcot is all about. People who just come for the ride, they're missing out.
I agree. Although I'm going to play a fun game, I think, and I'll probably make a post out of it. I'll take pictures of some of like the textures and stuff here and be, is it Morocco or Star Wars Galaxy's Edge?
Hey, let's make that a trivia contest.
There you go.
How come you've never written one? Oh, yeah, you have. Never mind.
It's like I've written like 4.
Well, now that you don't play anymore, you should write more.
I'm glad they were so impactful that you could recall them.
I never minded. Restaurant Marrakesh is open?
No.
Bummer. But it was a great trip getting back here. So here's my tip for everyone out there. When you go to Epcot, you must spend at least 15 minutes in every pavilion, walking through it, around it, seeing all the little nooks and crannies. That is the highlight of it.
Why, that sounds like another live stream idea.
It would be if we didn't get such bad signal back here.
Is it bad?
It's mediocre. The wise chooser that the sky is so beautiful. Epcot Breeze.
Oh. Apparently, this alleyway's a happening photo spot. So let's duck down this nook and cranny.
Which is your favorite Instagram wall in Epcot?
Oh, very anti-Instagram walls because they're marketed as new attractions subtly. So I would always yell at the purple wall kids going by, being like, "You're why we're not getting anything new for 5 years."
Ladies and gentlemen, to anybody.
You said favorite Instagram wall at Epcot?
You've answered sufficiently. Don't worry.
Okay. The one at the Living Seas, just because it's at the Living Seas. Although I am obsessed with a wall, but it's not a Disney wall. And it's about 8 feet tall. It's in Hollywood. And as you're coming down the escalators into the lower lot of Universal out there, it's on the left.
What you're talking about?
So this, it's the side of the Jurassic Park ride when they painted it with the logo.
Thank you.
So this is my personal favorite booth of the Festival of the Arts, the Wonderground Gallery booth. And here's some work by Dave Perillo.
And this is Disney work. And it's not a generic Horizons.
Yes. I like this piece a lot. I'm not saying something because we know my thoughts, but I love Rex. So.
How many of these do you own?
I got this one the other day. It sits above my desk now. I have this one. I was fortunate enough to get this one. It looks like they have more, so I might come back because my friend wanted me to pick one up for her.
One thing I admire about you,
Say that again?
I admire that you actually hang your art. It doesn't just sit in a tube somewhere.
Well, there are some of those as well. There's no space on the wall yet. I picked up this one and a couple of others for a friend of mine overseas. So technically, I own them until I give them to her.
I was asking, do they sell the diamond art pieces there? I'm not sure what that means. Do you know?
I don't.
Okay.
So I'll poke around. Oh, that one's fun. Uh-oh.
I wanted to be for Halloween, but I didn't think of it.
Kaylee Hicks.
Everyone, don't mind us, Tony shopping. Let's get a nice, solid, beautiful photo so I can get a screenshot real quick.
Say that again?
Get a nice, beautiful shot for a moment and stay still so I can get a screenshot. Beautiful. Stay there. Thank you.
Okay.
Carry on.
And this year, Wonderground Gallery has 2 halves. So let's take a look at the second half. Hi, how are you? Thank you. I like
cool.
this piece.
Megara, very underrated princess.
Not technically a princess.
Doesn't matter. She's a Disney princess.
I do believe there is a petition going out there to be signed.
Don't be that guy.
I didn't make the petition. I'm just saying it exists. Oh, there it is. Okay, there's got to be a bigger one. There is.
Mickey looks funny.
That's one of his more amusing performances. Yes.
For some reason, when you go into Underground, our signal raised.
I really like this one also. This is one of those ones where, like, if you know what it is, you know what it is.
What is it?
It's John from Carousel of Progress.
No,
I did not know what it is.
you never want
That
anything.
is.
Let's go.
Yeah.
You can't get anything. Let's go.
But that's what I like about it. Like it's what, like, if you know it, you know it. If you don't, it's just art, right? But then it's also subtle because then you have the cogs on each scene. I like it.
It's good. I like it now that I know what it is. Big Al's pretty awesome.
I also own this one. A print, not the canvas.
Is that never mind.
The Pixar film Finding Dory, yes. Not Finding Nemo. You'll notice Nemo's not in there anywhere.
No, I thought I saw a Emperor's New Groove. I wasn't sure if that's it.
Yes, you did. That would be this one.
Yeah, I can't think of Emperor's New Groove without thinking of the lobby animation at DCA where they play that song every whatever.
Where they used to.
That pains me.
Me too. I always felt that you could add to animation, but instead they take for Olaf's second performance of In Summer for a Frozen sequence.
Tapes only hold so much.
Puppy.
We are leaving Morocco and approaching France.
You have a logger. Oh, I just want to
Somebody just asked if you're a vlogger.
I think that's what he said, but I think he's also asking for directions. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Am I a vlogger, Dewey?
No.
Yeah. That would be like if I turned the camera to me. Hey, everybody. I'm Tony. Look at my sweaty forehead as we walk through the France Pavilion at Epcot. A wild place to shop and eat.
Okay. Now we're in France. You really got me with that one, Tony. My favorite fountain in all of Disney right here is
And all of Disney?
All of Disney World, at least. I have to think far beyond that. I suspect the one in Tokyo Disney Sea, the Aquasphere, may surpass it. But stop.
I'll agree with. I think I'll think about this one. I definitely think I'll agree for Epcot. It could be all of Disney World.
I
But
think
yes, I love this fountain.
we need to do the top X fountains of Disney World. In fact, I am going to do that article soon because this is number one. Without a doubt. Oh, what's your number one?
For Disney World would probably be that one.
My wife said no, so I want to hear her top it. She's yet to answer.
I'm curious. Go for it.
Amy says diamond painting kits are available on Amazon. They have several for Disney painting. Okay, so they're painting kits. You use rhinestone crystals to stick on the picture. See, the reason Tony hasn't heard of that is he's a true artist. He doesn't need anything like that. He just picks up a pencil and draws.
I use reference material. Don't make it sound like it just comes out of my head sometimes.
This is so cool. I've never been back here in real life. It's so cool to see someplace new.
You have.
I have?
Yeah.
When?
because it's only been open like a week now. So comparatively to how many people travel the park and how long the park's been open, how few have been in this little alleyway.
I'm happy France now has that feel like most of the other pavilions where you can really, really travel internally and come out because of it. And you get the awesome
I
view of
agree.
the best attraction in Disney World.
I heard they're going to put up a wall so you can't see them.
All right, Rebecca's Fountain
I'm
of Choice.
joking. No, I'm joking.
Oh, yeah, that would. Rebecca's Fountain of Choice is the one in Animal Kingdom where it looks like it makes a glass dome. It's so smooth. And then you can put your feet in there.
So when it's working, yes.
Obviously.
I will. Well, I usually see it off. That's what I mean by that. Like I usually see it turned off. The biggest downfall against that fountain, in my opinion, is that it's located between two bathrooms.
Meaning,
So you walk out and you go, oh, I forgot to wash my hands, and there's the fountain right there.
okay. You're like under the Skyway. This is so awesome.
I'm under the what?
The Skyliner, sorry.
Oh, okay. I was like, I'm pretty sure they closed that a long time ago.
That's so awesome. So what's behind that wall? Ratatouille ride?
Should I? I'll say it the way I and most of America says it. Ratatouille. How does Jeremiah say it? Ratatouille.
He says it just like that. It's a very, very hard T. Ratatouille.
I thought it's more of a ratatouille.
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 Let's move on from this.
How do you say
All
the
right.
chef's name?
Gaston.
Gusto.
Gusto. Sorry.
Have you ever seen Chef Gusto and Guy Fieri in the same room?
Remember when they used to have Gusto in the animation pavilion? Gusto.
I was like, he's still there.
So out of control. All right.
He's also in the Epcot experience.
When he is back. What roux is this?
Gusto.
Augusta Gusto roux. Très bien.
I'm always looking over here though for Rue McClanahan. So one day.
You keep looking. Is there another famous person named Rue? Oh, never mind. Let's stop it. That. Let's keep walking.
Isn't there a Rudy Vega?
I don't know.
Yeah, let's come over here.
They go so fast. It's crazy.
1, 2, 3. Oh, so many. 4.
We're not doing this
already. 5. Okay.
Love the water. It would have taken less time if you did it there.
Maybe, yeah.
My dream when I retire is to drive friendship boats. I don't dream big.
All right, let's go in this arcade, see if we can find an old Fix-It Felix machine.
I believe this is the traditional meaning of the word arcade.
Which is?
Hallway, I believe. Does it smell great here?
It's a lack of oxygen.
Don't they have a perfumery right in here?
Oh, yes. It's flanked on both sides.
So it should smell really good.
Have you ever taken every bottle of perfume in your house and sprayed them all at the same time?
The morning routine, actually. Apparently, arcade is a. Say it again.
A covered passageway with arches along one or both sides.
There you go.
Then that was an arcade. Last year, or not last year, a couple of years ago, they introduced the Beauty and the Beast sing-along, and it alternates between the sing along and Impressions de France. And right now,
Have,
it's the Beauty and the Beast sing along.
have they turned Impressions into a sing along to go with it?
Yes. So now you have a lot of obnoxious guests following the bouncing ball to Camille Saint-Saëns. So Carnival of the Animals. Yep. That's all it says too on the screen. Da 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 da. DUH, just again and again.
Oh, my. So there are people sitting and eating, or you may remove your mask and do that, or
As
drinking.
long as you're stationary and keeping socially distant.
And that, I feel like that's what's wrong and right about this fountain. Is it's a great magnet for people sitting, which makes it hard to photograph, but it makes it feel much more authentically France.
Yes.
As you pass this one, can we get a view of the menu with the food options there? I want to picture you.
Yes. Sorry, I was like, there's a few menus out. Let's take a look at all of them.
Oh, cheese and bread. Go down. I want to see that picture. Do they have it? That's the dream come true. Cheese, I love bread. Cheese and bread is like, doesn't get any better than that.
I think it's the same menu, just without the pictures.
I believe so. And it's French martini, $14.50. $5 more.
It's like a martini, but French.
You get a cake in France for $4 more. Not in France, it's Disney France. Clarice premieres tonight on CBS. I didn't realize that.
What does?
Clarice. Beautiful water.
Clarice premieres. It's good to see her again.
We are crossing from France to England. We are crossing over the English Channel. And everything I can to get that official name for this waterway.
This is supposed to be the Thames River. Or the River Thames.
It separates France and England. It's the English Channel.
I'm still waiting for Epcot to build the channel.
In Florida,
nice pathway.
That'd be great.
Hey, man. If anybody could do it, they've done it before, kind of.
What does Harmonious look like from this angle?
Big.
Yep.
I don't know if you could see, there is definitely a piece of construction equipment right there, just floating out there.
This sky is so nice.
And just think, that's only 40% installed.
That means there are 5 of them, and those are 2.
That means there's 2 more wedges like that, and then the giant center unit. Yes. So I guess if you take the scope that bigger.
But it's not just going to be there like this during the day. They're actually going to make use of it, right?
It's going to be turned into. They're going to be permanently installed there. It's not going to be like Illuminations or shows previous, where they pull it in and out every day. They will be parked there and locked there all day, every day. But when it's finally installed and complete, these will also be a giant fountain. So we might have a new rival for the France title.
So for those of you who can't get to DCA, you essentially get the same experience here, world color, just by standing on the screen.
No. Is this another one of those poke and prod Tony comments?
Yeah, it was.
Okay. Because if we had the multi-screen, I could go on a rant where I see everybody I'm working with that they bored. But
you should see him giggling.
Patting myself on the back.
I'm assuming it's like a little kid with like the 2 hands in front of his mouth. TV.
Yep.
Those will not become my favorite fountains, Rebecca. They might. You're right. They might. But I do want to do a fountain carnival. Let us
Yeah,
get it work.
during the day, this will be a giant fountain. It'll be if you really want me to nerd out. It looks like it from the art. It'll be mostly fan nozzles just spraying over it, so it looks like cascading waterfalls coming off of it. Whereas like World of Colors, 1,100 pop jets and fans and all kinds of stuff.
Tell me more.
Some of which have enough air pressure in it to launch a basketball like half the height of the Empire State Building.
At Hollywood Studios, they could launch it all the way over the Empire State Building.
Oh, is that for the Catastrophe Canyon?
Yeah.
I think isn't that what released the tidal wave though? So imagine that, but more narrow. And if you put water in a skinnier trough, so I guess it would go far over the Empire State Building.
How's Rose and Crown looking?
Rosy and Crowny.
It is open.
For right now, I know it's scheduled to go close for refurbishment soon. Oh my gosh. I'm going to pop in here really quick, just because I think this is the first time I've ever walked in here and not felt like I was at some kind of St. Patrick's Day party.
Yeah, I've only stepped in here a couple times. Never come out.
So she thinks I'm here for a drink. I am.
Tony's had enough.
I did have a really good Pinot Noir at Disney Springs earlier.
Are you quite the wine connoisseur?
Oh, no. No. Despite my Northern California roots, they were roots, not vines. Which I guess comes from a root also, but...
Given how nerdy and dorky you are, Tony, it's amazing you have so many friends.
Maybe that's why they're my friends, Doobie. Here's a toy boat going by the Harmonious barges.
A what?
A toy boat going by the Harmonious barges. It works better if they... Can I say that again?
I just wanted you to say toy boat a bunch of times.
Toy boat.
Oh,
Am I missing something? Is this like a third grader thing?
I
How do you spell
Tony
iCup, Doobie? Oh, I found the rockin'. It's over here.
Is that Canada Pavilion?
Yes.
Oh, that's for the jam.
Oh, yes, this is the Jam. Not that I didn't believe you.
I read art.
Let's go see everybody's favorite, Martin Short.
It sounds good, but a little bit, I don't know, off.
I made the joke, but Martin Short is no longer in this film. It's Canada Far and Wide with Catherine O'Hara and Eugene Levy.
Oh, I like both of them.
Actually, just because we're talking about water features, let's take a walk.
And is that the Star Wars trading post I keep hearing about?
Yes. Nanu. Uh-oh, these stairs are closed.
They sure are. Wow. That is, make no mistake, those stairs are closed.
Not even like a rail. Like just no, we're just gonna straight up get rid of this. You know, if I brought up some little discs, we could play Plinko up here.
Where you can win up to $30,000.
It'd be like 8,000 after taxes. And is
Well, you're
that
in
Canadian dollars or?
Florida. That's a nice. It's not a fountain though. That's a water feature. It's different than a fountain.
That's what I said. Water feature.
All right, I'm just trying to think because this is nice too. I'm trying to compare, but there's no comparison there.
Although technically, if you get into it, that's it's not a natural one. What? No. It is a pump bringing it up to the top, so up top is something bubbling like a fountain. So, gray area.
I'm now convinced your parents pay for you to have friends.
Say that again?
I'm now convinced that your parents pay for you to have friends.
Oh,
Don't let him fool you, Tony. You had the same conversation.
And my parents also pay for me to have friends. So
I'm going to need you to screenshot this for me for later.
that is beautiful. That is a good water feature. Kind of approaches Grizzly Peak even. It's so nice.
I don't know about that.
Approaches.
Okay. I will say, I remember about 2 decades ago, there were rumors that Canada was going to get a raft ride similar to Grizzly Peak. And I feel like we'd have a lot more of this if that ever happened.
Yeah. That would be fun. No complaints about that. Although it gets pretty cold in Canada. You okay, Tony?
Yeah, I'm good. I just went down some steps.
Well, the camera looks like you're swooning. You're ready to catch him.
I was trying to get around their photo shoot.
This is my favorite bridge in all of Disney World, that little tiny bridge. Or walkway, whatever it is. It's a
I
bridge.
think it's both, to be honest. Because it does go over water on both sides.
That makes it a bridge. Amy loves Canada's maple candy. I hear maple candy is excellent. Wow. The sounds fade away.
It's so much more quiet, yeah. And then I would be remiss if we didn't point this out. I know this is one of Jeremiah's favorites, but there it is right there. Coda.
That's cute. Is he eating a fish?
Yes, he is. It's a salmon. That's what they go to the salmon run. And then one of the most memorable movie moments from that film happened at that scene.
Do you like the cheddar cheese soup?
I do. I'm not as gung-ho about it as everybody else is, but it's good. I like it a lot. There are people I know who come from northeastern U.S., closer to actual Canada, to come down here for the soup.
What sit-down restaurant food in Epcot would you say you are extremely gung-ho over?
Oh, that's a good question. Anything from the Japan Pavilion at Tepanito, like the steak and the shrimp.
Yes.
Piggy wings, when the food and wine festival's around, those are good. I don't know if there's any that I would travel from across the country for, though.
Maybe Gideon's.
Well, again, I wouldn't go to the Disney Springs location. I mean, yeah, I would. It's great. It's delicious. Interestingly, I'm looking for the soup. It's not on this menu.
That is interesting. Usually they do have that at the booths. Booths.
It's an F. B-O-O-F-S. Booths.
Oh, we have a rumor. Oh,
okay.
Never mind. It's a mean person rumor. Rumor has it Le Stellier offers additional discounts for seniors 50 like Doobie. That is not true, and Doobie did not just turn 50.
Well, that's why those steps are closed. They're installing an elevator for those folks.
It's been 5 whole days, and yes, I am Tigger too. I know exactly who you are.
Ooh, I like this Darkwing Duck piece. Let's get
Anyone?
dangerous. Myself and my other half were talking about that's just such a random scene to commemorate.
I love that picture. I love that picture. That is really cool.
We're a little biased because we're always on the lookout for them on the hill sleeping as the
That's
moon is
actually
up,
how my mom found me.
sleeping on a hill.
Yes.
Oh, I kind of like this one.
What is the style with the funny faces?
I don't know if it has a specific name. I would just accredit it to that artist as being like their style.
Okay, like a shag thing or a
I
big eye
wouldn't call
thing.
I wouldn't call this shag. A big eye is more commonly it depends what big eye you're talking about. There's kawaii culture, and then there's like Jasmine Beckett Griffith big eye.
I'm thinking of the one where they made that movie called Big Eyes with Amy Adams.
That's kind of like Jasmine Beckett style. So
Okay.
yes, she
Great movie,
adopted that. I love this Mushu piece back here. Hello. I don't know if you can see it. It's similar to the one that's in the China Pavilion, but that's also the poster for this year.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Did
Thank
you
you,
do
guys.
that tongue?
What'd you
Hey,
say?
baby. I just said, does he do that tongue thing? Now I see Baby Yoda.
No, this is Kermit. God, Kermit's been around for decades. Just because they both live in a swamp.
And they're
You're a
green.
swampist. Doobie, you're being a swampist.
They're both green.
It's not easy being green, Doobie, and this proves it. This proves why.
Hand up so I stop looking like an idiot.
Okay. Dopey. Oh, it's tiny and quiet, so it's Baby Yoda. I got it. I'm joking. Here he is. Gogurt. Sorry, Grogu.
Gogurt. What flavor? Lime, apparently.
I either call him Gogurt or Go-Go Squeeze, one of the two.
Well, Go-Go Squeeze had some issues a while ago. Let's stick with Go.
Okay, let's go with Gogurt then. I almost called him Grogurt. I can't see. This is why I can't do these things.
Which is like Strogurt from Lost.
Who?
Never mind.
Okay.
People who didn't watch Lost don't care.
I watched about 3 episodes, then I was lost, so I never came back.
You don't count. I understand. It's a little bit complicated for you.
Well, also, I think it was the end of the first season. The writers kind of were like in an interview, we don't know what we're doing. And that's kind of when I gave up hope.
We are not starting this debate. Orange cream shake sounds delicious.
It does,
You know,
especially right now. It's like 87 degrees.
and it's in an orange bird sipper.
Is it? It is.
What?
Served in a souvenir orange bird sipper cup. I don't see one out, but I see one in the kitchen.
That's how they
Poke
serve
around. I know we had some breaking news a while ago with Jeremiah because he saw them filming a commercial featuring a new one, but I don't think it's this one. Check laughingplace.com for the scoop. Here they're there.
He's so cute. Hi, Maggie and Alan, all the way from the UK. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're live at Epcot right now, looking out the Taste and Festival of the Arts.
For Harmonious.
Are the internal friendship boats running?
You could see one staged over at Morocco. I believe they're all running now, aren't they?
Wow. Yay.
I'm fairly confident that they're running in between the resorts as well.
And like to the other park?
Oh yeah, studios, yeah. Because I remember when I was there yesterday, I went there yesterday, I saw people on the dock. But I'm pretty sure it's been like maybe a month or a little over now that they've been running.
Yay. Now we just need that monorail to make its appearance.
So let me get this straight. you would take a friendship to studios from Epcot as opposed to the Skyliner?
No, my preference would definitely be the Skyliner, but sometimes it's down. I love friendship boats too. So.
Inside or outside?
Either one, honestly. I just love them. Outside's great, and inside's fine.
Outside's a
Loud.
little loud, but I would still pick outside.
Yeah, outside's my preference, but it is loud. I'm fine inside. I love floating on the water.
So we're coming up on the Mac section. This is Marvel Fine Art, so I hope you're still watching.
Oh, Mac. Mac. Mike Mac. Thank you.
Yes, our chief Marvel correspondent type. I don't know what the official title is.
Oh, look, it's Gronk. No. Yeah, Gronk. Groot, not Gronk. What's a Gronk? Groot.
Isn't Gronk a football player?
That's he. Well, he went to Disney World.
Speaking of the Super Bowl and football, can you believe that they made a championship facial mask, but they're charging it for people to get it by the loop, like the elastic loop? Did you hear about this?
I don't know what you're talking about.
If you could buy a facial covering, a mask, commemorating the Tampa Bay win, but they're charging you extra for the elastic loops. They're charging $1 an ear. It's ridiculous.
Thank you for joining us today.
Very nice, Jody.
That's awesome.
Not only are your parents paying for you to have friends, but they are rich, so they can pay lots and lots of money.
That's why they stay around. It's like interest. Each bad joke comes with another percentage point.
That was terrible, man. Terrible.
I liked it.
So this is more of a weird. We've got a wow Tony and a hot race and a good one, Tony. Best dad joke ever.
I think I have to be a dad for it to qualify as that, but yes.
If that were you right now, I would say thank you, good night.
I was going to point out, you can kind of see it here. This piece of art is really cool because it has Stan Lee's silhouette on the page. Do you see it?
Oh, this is awesome. Yeah, now that you mention it, yes. That's really nice. Do you have that?
Say that again?
Do you own that one?
No. No disrespect to the artist. It's just not my cup of tea.
That would be sad if every time you didn't buy something, it was disrespect to the artist.
I'm saying it's a great work, obviously, but I'm not going to put it on my wall. It would be one of those tube stories that you talk about. And pieces that I like are also in a tube, just sitting waiting for shelf space.
Is there an official name for this area between Mexico and Canada?
I almost said International Gateway, but that's by the UK Pavilion. I feel like our CEO would know it if there is.
Oh, this place must have some fun food. Pop Eat.
Pop Eats. This has the popped art where you design or like you paint with like liquid sugar, essentially, like frosting, on your Pop-Tart. I don't know if we'll see a picture or anything.
That sounds fun.
And they also have the extremely innovative and creative tomato soup with grilled cheese.
Sometimes you don't need to try to improve on perfection.
It's true. Rainbow sherbet or sherbet, however you want to say it. Glitter green ale.
There's
All
only
one
one way.
hashtag. Sherbet.
Sherbert.
Oh, there is a line to get into the Mexico Pavilion.
There's always a line to get in there.
Now the question is it to get into the pavilion or is it to get into the tequila cave?
Yeah, that's true. You'll have to check that out later. See how the finale of the ride looking.
Will do. See if it's still the motorboat cruise to Caballero Glen.
Maybe they've taken out the flats and just put in some rudimentary sketches.
So I've talked about this before. I don't know if I talked about it on one of our streams or just the people I pay to listen to my rants. There's animation that exists for that ride that was on that ride for over a decade. And
Really?
yeah, because at the end it's the Caballero singing, and it was just a big screen. Like you could literally hang up a bed sheet and just reproject that animation in the games, and it would be better than those cardboard flats.
Yes.
Sorry, they're probably
Why they
plywood.
don't is a good question. They must have a good reason.
This is on the couch with Tony Fridays at 10.
So no hacienda's open, tequila's open. Is Scent and Inn open?
On the inside,
Yeah.
yes, it is. And here's where you would check in for it.
So you don't have to wait in line if you have your reservation. That's nice.
To get in the pavilion, yes.
That's some good mole.
Let's see if we can find any. I almost said Lost Princesses, but that's a different princess.
Since the mariachi band was playing in front of America, I feel like Journey music should have been playing in the Mexico Pavilion.
We built this city.
Not Journey, but close enough.
Oh, that's Starship.
Yes, it is.
Oh, Journey. Oh, I've repressed that song because one time I had that song playing on my phone and it fell into the pool because of the vibration from the speaker. And that was my first generation iPhone. So.
Wow. Do you remember when there was a ship back there, a ship to play on?
I remember it fondly, yes. It was back over there.
Yes. Okay. Just curious how old you are.
Old.
And there's Greta Weiss, Marathoner.
When I was in high school, we did one of those cultural programs here from the youth education series. And I'll never forget this because I never noticed it until they pointed it out that up here is lawn because that is culturally accurate to how they insulate their roofs over there.
Really?
Yep. And that's why in like photos you would see goats and stuff on rooftops.
Oh, that's fascinating.
I also just missed a step. So if you saw the camera jerk.
Is this still Vikings?
Yes.
Another tiny attraction a lot of people miss, but worth a quick look in that.
And here is Tom Hiddleston and Chris Hemsworth.
Look at them. They kind of put IP everywhere. And
here's an accurate depiction of me arguing with Doobie over water features.
I am Tigger too. Did not know they removed the Vikings. It's been too long, he said. Yeah, it's been a while for you.
So this looks like the guy from Ghostbusters 2. Whose name I completely forgot, but where's Mike C on this one?
These Norwegians were pretty intimidating.
Were?
And then there's Olaf. What was
Not
your
on
opinion?
my watch.
What was your opinion of bringing Frozen into?
So, how much time do we have on this stream?
All right. Just the
So
line for Frozen Ever After on the left.
it's still going out into China. The 101, the simplified version is I'd be more okay with it, like Remy in France, because it's really France. You can't take over. It's still called Norway, but it came very close to not being called Norway. They were going to change it to the Arendelle Pavilion. Rumor has it, and that's really where it was like, but that's a fictitious country. So
Did you say the 101 version? People call that the TLDR.
I call it the simple introductory, but yes, other people call it the TLDR.
101 means broken.
Book it like the Pizza Hut program. Oh wow, this is the end of the Frozen line.
What's it listed at? You know?
When she turns her PVC pipes around, I'll let you know. What's the wait time right now? 30? Thank you. About 30 minutes.
Not bad at all. Worth it. Best dark ride in Disney.
Oh my gosh. Oh, they met some people. That's cute.
We're in the China Pavilion. Are they running the movie here?
Yes, they are. It's still the original, well, not the original, but the Reflections of China, which has been here for a while now. I know we've been promised a new one, but we have yet to hear any updates on that.
The original was Wonders of China. I remember it well.
Correct. And it was a Disneyland too, wasn't it?
Yep. I Am Tigger says it all. The Maelstrom was amazing. Frozen just isn't part of Norwegian folklore. However, the kids love it and they pay the bills. Yep.
And that's why it's there.
And it is very, very popular.
I said this before. If you made that a new ride in Fantasyland, like as part of the Fantasyland renovations and expansions back there, that would have been fantastic. Fantastic addition. But knowing what it like took out and everything.
And still no one would come to Epcot.
So I don't know if you could see it. There's a lot of lush foliage here. This is one of the other Harmonious barges waiting.
We can see that.
To be rolled out. And then just beyond it, you can see this giant loop.
Kind of see it, yeah. It kind of reminds me of a revolution at Magic Mountain.
Yeah. Oh, how many people are going to understand that reference?
It's still there, you know.
I know they redid something to it. They like refurbished it in some way. I know they tried doing like a virtual thing at one point too.
Yeah. So those huge things are still yet to. No, it's now the new revolution. Is yet to be installed in the center of Epcot, but they're coming.
That they are. And then everybody knows what this is, right?
What?
The location where they filmed the music video from Christina Aguilera for the 1998 Walt Disney Studios animated film Mulan.
Let's hear it, Tony.
I need a mirror. I can't do it without a mirror.
Fine.
Have you guys heard enough of me singing today?
Yeah. Where did we start this loop? Oh, America. Okay.
America.
So we have a couple more pavilions to go. By a couple, you mean two. Yeah.
Well, are we counting one of them?
What? The outpost?
Yeah.
That's not a pavilion.
I agree. Hooray, common ground.
Tigger says, don't sing. You lost 6 viewers when we were seeing Journey.
Was it Journey or Starship?
Well, you did Starship. I did Journey.
Okay. What do we want? A girl worth fighting for. I don't know if you hear the area music.
No, I was trying to pick it. That is what that is.
So the Pop Gallery, which was in Disney Springs, is now represented here at The Festival of the Arts here at Epcot.
Where Everglades is now.
Correct. Which I had their Fruity Pebble donut earlier.
And
I'm still alive, but I didn't expect that. It was really good. It was really, really, truly very good. It was just very, very, very sweet.
much like yourself.
Really, 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 really good and very, very, very sweet.
I missed the drawbridge.
I mean, it's still here.
And it doesn't draw anymore.
Only after hours.
They'll lower it when they rechristen Epcot like they did for Disneyland in '83.
Maybe. To all children of the world, it's a Coke stand. Da, 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 and then the drawbridge goes down. And everybody flocks to the refreshment outpost.
Do they still have soft serve here? Someone's asking.
Warm brown sugar stuffed pretzel.
Ooh. Plant-based bratwurst. Yes. I am so ready for that.
Yes, they do. It's a soft serve waffle cone. And then plant-based bratwurst. But that's only a special festival offering, Doobie.
Well, how long does Festival of the Arts go, Tony?
Middle of March, I believe.
There's a nice, precise answer for us.
Yeah. You would think with all the people I've talked to today, they would have given me an end date.
February 22nd, actually.
Okay. And then Garden starts at the beginning of March, middle of March, right?
Yeah. So one festival to another. All right, let's get a move on. We have our live blog starting soon. We don't want to crush on that.
Live blog?
For the Disney earnings call.
Here's Greg McCullough.
Thank you for that link in the YouTube comments, Rebecca. We will be live blogging that as we always do, and you never know what kind of news is going to come out of there. We're going to be watching that.
Sorry, Greg McCullough. It's earning today. Gotta go. Have to paint. Sugar Boo and Company.
I've heard that before.
Nameworks. Where they make your name.
That's cool. I love those things. You're a lucky guy. You're one that can always put your name tag on those things.
Say that again? Oh, my name's not up there.
No, but I mean, like when you went to the places where you have the keychains with the name on it, Tony's an easy one to find.
Yeah. Oddly, it was always spelled wrong.
Oh, it was the girl version?
Yep. Well, the other version, we're not going to specify.
Sorry. Doobie, never around. Never ever.
You know how I know I'm getting old?
How?
Every time I walk by here, I want to get some Werthers for my pockets for the rest of my walk around World Showcase.
Let's see. So Germany
just go, ooh, hard candy. Have some hard candy while I walk.
Pavilions that does not have kind of an intricate interior to walk through. It's a big restaurant back there.
It's the big restaurant. The shops that are open, I would say, are kind of intricate when they're open. Like this used to be the annual pass holder store, but like just the woodwork and like the old toys and stuff they have in there, like up in the top half. That's cool. You also get the extension of the outdoor part though with the model train.
Of course, the model train. How can I forget that? That is the intricate outdoor part of Germany, and it is awesome.
I would walk up there and get some better shots, but it looks like it's full of people halfway through.
That's all right.
But here we are.
We've been for a while. Let's get to Italy and close it off.
Bye, train. And let's come into Italy. A homeland, Italia. That's a cute couple dressed up in Donald gear.
Sheldon's favorite place in Disney World, trains. Italy, beautiful pavilion of Italy.
Find unique Venetian masks from Italy.
Are those are normal masks, right?
Like not for the festival.
No, I mean those aren't masks for health.
For what?
Health? No,
Towels?
never mind. I've got my
Okay.
answer. Mask now has two meanings: costume and protection.
Oh, no, yes, costumes. Sorry. I get it now.
I wasn't joking. I was just trying to understand what was for sale.
I A, thought you were joking, and B, also you were breaking up a little bit, so I couldn't quite understand what you were asking. But it's a perfect place to end right here because I got to get pictures of this.
Okay. Well, thanks for joining us, everybody. Just a reminder that in just a few minutes, the Disney quarterly earnings call will be beginning at 6:30. And we will be live blogging that at laughingplace.com. So head on over. And then immediately following that, we will be doing another live stream discussing all the things coming out of that earnings call with Benji Breitbart and Tor. So invite you to stay tuned for that. And then be sure to tune in tonight. Never mind. So that's all we've got today. Thanks so much for joining us. Thank you very much, Tony, and we'll see you soon.
Bye, guys.